Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho, ho, ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day. A Merry Christmas Day. Oh, oh, yeah. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all.
Good afternoon, or how is everybody? Thank you very much for coming and joining myself and Nick for our final hashtag week of the year. Yeah, it's been really good this year with the hashtags. I really do appreciate everybody's interpretations and everybody taking part. As you see from the short video up there, or on there, some really nice ornaments. So thank you very much, or decorations, should we say? So thank you very much for everybody sending those in. Really do appreciate it. And this week was meant to be hashtag inside out turning, but I've had a bit of a fail. I glued some pieces together about 4 days ago. Checked them this morning, the glue's still soft. So I think the glue's gone off. So I'm not going to risk turning just in case they fly apart. But we will do that in the new year. We'll do something else, but we'll do some inside out turning in the new year. So we came up with the decision that we was going to do a candle ornament, whether it be a candlestick or something just to stand a candle in. So I'm going to do a 2-piece candlestick, which I haven't done for a long time, and maybe get a bit of colour on it, maybe not, I'm not sure. But before we do that, a couple of things I want to say. First thing is, the Maker's logo t-shirt is now live on the website. The link is in the description of this video, or this live. And what the Maker's t-shirt is, if I can, I'll just change camera and show you. So let's go on this camera over here. So what it is the Maker's t-shirt is got 22 different makers on it. No, 22, 3, 6, 9, 12. No, 20 makers on it, sorry. 20 makers on it. And this, all the funds that we generated for this went into the GoFundMe for the Salvation Army. So as you can see, there is Brian from Woodturning, Wayne of Woodturning, TJ Turning, Gav, myself, Scott, Jennifer, Doug, Mr. Mike Walt, Pete, Huey Lionheart, the Gentleman Woodturner. We're all on the front, and then on the back there is the Yorkshire Grit right at the top there, JP Woodwork, JP and Jake Thompson's cartoon Saturday even, Northside with Jake, Skulls and inspired. Lewis Quandrite Craftsman, Wayne Bigfoot, Ian in the Shed, Stuart Farini, and Ed Oliver. So we're all on there. If you want to get your t-shirts, like I say, the link is in the description below. They are now live. I've ordered mine. A few of the guys have ordered theirs as well. So like I say, all the funds that will be generated from the t-shirts will go to next year's charity event. So speaking of charity events, absolutely awesome night on Friday night. I do apologise for the long time it took and me acting like a baby at the end, but it was a little bit emotional and it was a little bit overwhelming. So I'm just going to read to you the amounts we've made through the individual things, and then I'll give you a grand total. So on the raffle tickets, we sold 211 tickets. That's £422 we made on raffle tickets, and congratulations to the winners. The Makers shirt, the logos, we made £445. On the auction on Friday night, we made £1,843. Absolutely amazing amount of money. So thank you very much for everybody who took part and who helped. And then on donations alone, we had £1,099. So that brings us to a running total at the moment of £3,509. And then we've also got to add to that an estimated gift aid of £478. So a total at the moment is £3,987 that we have raised for the Salvation Army. So everybody should be standing proud, standing tall, and patting themselves on the back. So a massive thank you to each and every one of you who have donated, bought raffle tickets, gone on to the Makers shirt. No matter what you've helped do, thank you so much. We're going to leave the GoFundMe open until my first Sunday live of the new year, which I believe is the 2nd of January. And then we will have a grand total, and I will let people know exactly what the grand total is. So if people haven't had a chance to donate, they're going to have a chance between now and then. So like I say, I don't expect it to go much higher than that, but it's an absolute awesome figure that you guys have raised, and I appreciate it so much. It's an amazing achievement, and it's an amazing amount of money that we could help, or we can send over to the Salvation Army to help them. And like we said on Friday night, it costs £19 to get someone off the streets and help them recover their lives. So, like Mark's just put in the chat, it's 210 people we have managed to help get off the streets and start the next step to their future. Absolutely amazing achievement. Absolutely amazing. So thank you massively, everybody, for your help and contributions. Right, so with that, that's me bleating on now. Let's move on. So today I have on the lathe, let's put some lights on. I have on the lathe, I've got a piece of timber here. I think it might be a piece of ash or something. I'm not 100% sure. It's a piece of stockwood I found in the cupboard. Oh, it's 46 by 49. It's around about 210 mil long. So I'm going to do the stem of the candlestick out of that. And then I've got a piece here, which I believe might be a piece of mahogany or aruca. I'm not quite sure. That we're going to do the base out of. So that will be mounted on the end there. Just going to put some nice beads and coves in the middle of this and some nice fancy bits, trying to make it look a bit Christmassy because it is Christmas after all. And then we will see what we come up with. I may colour it, not 100% sure yet. We'll see what happens on the turn, but it's going to be a nice, easy. There you go, Ash. Thank you, Terry. It's going to be a nice, easy, relaxed live. No pressure, no stress. I'm going to enjoy this one. Right, so I'll pass you over to Nick, and she will welcome you all in.
Hello. Right, I've done something really stupid and refreshed the page. So, we know that Wood Wizardry by Colin was on first, but I'm just going to have to go with what I've got here. So, good afternoon. So, Gav Cedar Woodworks on, YB Woodshed, Woodturning by Barry, Mark the Gentleman Woodturner, Doug Miller Wood Spun Around, Pete Cochran, Copper Owl Woodturning, Terry TJ Turner, Patrick Hanley, Lawrence, Chris Dodds, I think I said him. Michael McEwen, Terry Bartlett, Funny enough, Terry, I said exactly the same.
What's that?
About the picture of Mike on the front of the t-shirt. Scare the
What I
kids
like.
off. Double purpose. Mark Gentleman Woodturners on. Trevor P. Hobby Turner. Eric Winkler. I don't know if I said Brian at Hartwood. Malcolm Douglas. Woodworm Paul. Nick the Royal Turner. Jason Wheeler's on as well. Barry Titty. Also Steve Fleming. Nick Castle. Tommy's Workshop. And if I've missed anyone that was on really early, can you just put your name in the chat, because I will have missed you. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I refreshed my page because I didn't think it had caught up. But welcome everyone to Sunday Lunchtime Live. You will be pleased to know I will be preparing some vegetables to go in the fridge, because we can't be bothered today. We're having a lazy day. So just the support on Friday was just amazing. Everyone just dug deep into their pockets and donated what they could. It was amazing. So much so, I think Steve was still buzzing. He couldn't get to sleep. I think it just didn't, mate. Just
Yeah.
You just didn't know what to do with yourself, really, did you?
It's when we said about doing the auction, I never in my wildest dreams I thought if we hit £600 I'd be grateful, but to hit nearly 4,000 is a massive achievement. Right, so what am I looking for? This. Right, so we're going to turn this down.
Rex B's there as well. Sorry, Rex. Dr. Bob's on. Pete from Twisted Tweez.
Hi, Pete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down to around about 35mm, which is the size of my SC2 chuck. So we'll set the vernier at 35, and we'll get a.
Sorry if I missed anyone like that. I never ever usually touch it until I've seen who's on the chat, and I thought my screen seems to be quite far behind, and because I refreshed it, it didn't think. But, Pete, do you know what? I do things different every time. I was gutted because I tried to do something that John and Lisa did on their TV program the other day, where they put a chicken stock cube in their oil. I think I put my oil in too long because the stock cube burnt. So yeah, that didn't quite. And it was just not like an OXO cube. It was like the other stock cubes, this one. Yeah, so that didn't quite work. So in the end, I just crumbled a stock cube over, but they didn't really taste that much different. So Barry said, "Thanks for the chuck buddies."
Oh, you got them, good man. Thank you. Glad you're happy with them. Right, so tenon on the end there. Let's get it in a chuck because I want to drill the end for my candle. So we'll tap this out of here. Oops, tap this out of here.
While Steve's just doing that, if I'm not begging, but I'm just saying the link is still up for the GoFundMe page. You've all been very generous as it is, but if you did want to donate, there is still time to do that. You said that you're going to close it, your first live after Christmas, didn't you?
Yeah, it'll be about the second. About the second, I think it works out.
And then anything that is made from t-shirts after that will go to the next.
Well, no. The fund for the t-shirts, whatever we make on t-shirts now, will go to next year's charity because there won't be time to get it cashed out to send over.
Oh, right. Okay. So any money made on the T-shirts from now on is going to be going.
Yeah, and then we'll do that every year. Every year we'll change the makers if people want to come off or want to go on, and then the funds we get for the new logos will go to that year's charity, and then obviously the funds will, so it's like an ongoing thing, hopefully. So, right.
Well, that told me, didn't it?
Well, I don't want you to tell people that the funds.
No,
for
no,
the
no, that's fine.
shirt,
I didn't know whether that
no, we
it
can't.
was until that first week of January everything was going to the Sally
No,
Army,
no.
and then
No.
right. Okay.
Only what we made for the logos.
Okay.
So, but like I say, I've kept the t-shirts as cheap as I can get them. We're making about £2.50 on a t-shirt, so we're not making a massive amount of profit on a t-shirt. Because I wanted the t-shirts to be cheap enough for people to afford them without having to pay a fortune for them. But obviously enough so we're making a little bit of money for the charity, whatever charity we do for next year.
Door 60's on as well.
Hi, Door.
Brian said the Chuck Buddies are brilliant, Barry, don't you think?
I think Barry had, correct me if I'm wrong, Barry, but did you have the M33 by 3.5s?
Woodwork Learner, if you put, because I generally do my veg in a steamer, so if you've cooked them in butter and garlic, is that after you've boiled them? And also, what sort of garlic do you use? Sorry.
Garlic. What sort of garlic? Is there different
Well,
types?
no, because you get like garlic granules, you can get fresh garlic.
Oh, right.
You
I
can
didn't know if there was different types of garlic.
No, you can get
vampire garlic.
What's called lazy garlic, but that's got a bit. I don't buy that because that's a bit vinegary, and you don't like vinegar.
Right, so let's get this.
So TJ's just said it's at 4,000 now.
Oh, is it?
It's not. It's still 3,509 according to mine.
Well, it will be. It'll be nearly 4,000 with the
with
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, yeah.
So we're just going to drill a hole for the candle.
Woodworm Paul said he's very pleased with his Chuck Buddies.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Paul. So I'm going to drill a 20mm hole in there.
So Woodbridge Roy Collins said they are great, Paul. Brian says carrots roasted with butter and garlic, then finished off in the oven with a glaze of honey. Have to try that. Gav said the t-shirts are a good price.
Yeah, I tried to keep them as cheap as possible.
Michael McKeown says he's got a couple of buddies named Chuck as well. Lol. What's happening to that?
What, mate? Right, so that's
Mike,
there.
you is in the chat as well. Oh, and Joe Senior, hello.
Hi, Joe.
God, think, Steve.
I know, it's my aftershave, sorry. Right, so we're back on our centre now.
Oh, he's in foggy Somerset. I love Somerset. I do. I like Somerset. Don't we? We do like Somerset.
So I'm going to put a little bit of a roll top on it. And then we're going to have where the candle sits in. And then between there and there is going to be our fancy bit. And then we'll put a shoulder on there to go into our bottom piece.
Right, Steve. Barry Cheaty said he had 8-inch Chuck Buddies. They're excellent.
Oh, inch by 8. All right, 8 by 1.5. Yeah. No, inch by 8 TPI.
Rex said, Steve or any other masters, have you done a video from when you bought a new gouge to your technique grinding, trimming off the wings? Apparently I overdid it. Looking for guidance, please. I
haven't done a video, no.
Anybody else? Open to anybody. And Peter Cochran said he's just ordered a t-shirt. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. Oh, if I put that on the right camera. You're not telling me camera, Nick.
Well, I can see it. I can see what you're doing.
Overhead is better.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me. No, do I?
So, oops.
I can see sawdust going up your arms. Just... I'm going to have another go. That looks so satisfying, just moving that bit of wood. Look like you're moving the bit of wood up. There you go, Rex. Brian said, Robert Sorby do a great instruction video. Gav Cedar said, Rex, if you've overdone it on the wings, concentrate on the nose and should sort it out.
Yeah. It will. Just try not to get that beak at the end. If you can not get that beak at the end, then you've cracked it.
The gentleman who did that flower's not on, is he? Was it Trevor Powell?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know if that was made out of one bit of wood or whether
No,
that's
it's not. Several pieces.
several bits. Fred Gulliver's on. He said, Gulliver, sorry. Hi, Steve, Earworms, and everyone else.
Hi, Fred.
Pete said from Twisted Trees, Martin Sabian Smith did a great video on sharpening, as has Mike Wall and Sorby too. Gav Cedar said fired. Don't know what that means. Oh no, Fred, sorry. Sorry, Gav.
Have you got your glasses on or what?
Yeah, I weren't looking at it properly. JP's on. Hi, JP. Hi, all.
doing?
Well done, Steve, for raising a fantastic amount of cash for such a worthy cause. Thank you.
Thank you, JP. Thank you. Not just me, mate. It was everybody.
Brian, what's that link for? Brian's just put a link in. He'll tell us what it is in a minute.
I think that might be the video that Rex needs.
Yeah. It's a link to the Sorby one. Cheers, Brian.
So I just want to try and get this end a little bit fancy. Because obviously this is the bit you're going to see when your candle's in there.
Candle.
Candle.
Oh, candle.
Yeah.
That always makes me think of that when you say candle. Oh, candle.
Classic.
Trevor P. Oh, it's Trevor P. Hobby Turner. Ah, I am on. It was made from 2 pieces. I think that's beautiful. Beautiful. I really liked that I did. Oh no, 3 pieces. No, come on. Was it because you dropped it as 3 pieces? No, it's very nice. Very different. Very pretty. Dara's on as well. Hello, Dara.
How you doing, Dara?
And just to confirm, Dara is a lady.
Yeah, we had that on Friday.
Oh dear.
You'll be safe today, Dara. Mike's not in. Right, so let's get rid of some of this here.
I tell you, between him and Brian, it should be like Laurel and Hardy, shouldn't they? It wouldn't rename them. I like Mike. Says it as it is. Spade's a spade. Wood dude's on.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir? Right.
Dara's put lol.
Let's get rid of a bit of this. So I'm just going to use rough and gash to get rid of a lot of this.
Brian said lady might be a step too far, lol. Don't be so rude, Brian. You haven't met me yet.
So
Mark's back. He had to pop out and he's back now.
So I'm going to put a
Are
bit
you
of
hanging, Mark?
bit of a ball in the middle. Well, just under the middle. Oh, blimey, Governor.
Rexby said, thank you, Steve, Nikki, for thinking of the idea of donating Salvation Army, organising it and making it a fun event, including Mike Walt too. Lol. William Kenny's on. Welcome, William.
Hi, William.
Dara's put Brian has that one right. Kitey Shed is on as well. Roy's the Boy's on. Roger Kent is on.
Hi. So I'm going to use, oops.
Mark said, hang and fine. Thanks, Nikki. How's it swinging with you?
Going to use a bit of the bowl gouge to move some of this.
Leaping Lima Craftworks is on.
Good afternoon.
Andy from Posh Firewood Green is on as well. Oh, I'll put one up.
Do, do, do. So, as always, this will be your interpretation of a candle holder. Doesn't have to be a stick holder like this, or a long candle. It could be anything.
Are you doing another hashtag, are you?
Yeah, we said we'd do
Oh.
one for every week.
Roy's the boy. The total so far on the makers auction is £3,509 plus an estimated £478 gift aid. So just under £4,000. So good going. And I hope I got everyone in touch with the person that bought their piece and auctioned for their piece. And I know some of the makers are getting them sent out as soon as. So you should receive them when post allows.
Yeah, just remember, obviously Christmas time, so
Bank holidays.
let's get rid of some of this.
Let's have a little nap. Someone was snoring last night. And I said, you sound like a pig. And then he was on about something about bacon. Have not got a clue what he was on about. And I bet you can't remember either.
Oh, I was so tired last night.
I said something about you're snoring like a pig. And you just said something about bacon. I was like, what? Have I said William Kenny?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Senile dementia, that is, I'm afraid. It's
Actually, I've
not
changed mine.
good.
I'm not going to put a ball in now. I'm changing my mind.
Are you colouring it?
I thought about it. I'm not sure yet.
He's making a candlestick. Leap and Lima said, what you making?
I'm just going to get the rough shape, and then I'll refine it.
No, Mark, that's a big fat absolutely not, as my daughter would say. Great seeing you on camera, Nikki. No, because Terry said he could see up my nose. That's a habit. You got to keep looking up at the camera. Good job I had a good clear out before I came on. Brian put agreed, Mark, and with a gouging hand, possibly. No. And Doug's put yes, more Nikki on camera. Terry P, I should have saved my candle holder for this week. Damn, I'll have to do another one now. You got to top that one, Terry. Trevor, see if you can top that one. That was nice. It was very pretty. Christine and Michael Hesseltine are on.
Hello, Christine and
Wait a
Michael.
minute, I'm losing. Wait a minute. Joe agrees with Mark. No, not me more on camera. Wait a minute. Oh, so they've put hello, all fantastic. News of money raised Friday night. Well done. Roy's the boy said I did a Santa pub crawl with 8 others in Doddington and Chatteris. We raised 438 for a little girl who has leukemia. Well done. Gavin Doherty's on. He said my mum's in a Salvation Army run care home, so thank you for choosing a very worthy cause. Bless you for raising so much. Heather, Spirit, Wind, Wood, Stone and Bones on.
Hi, Heather.
Mark, but he can see up everyone's nose it's due to his height or lack of it, lol. Terry said, Nikki, I was joking. It was clean. I'm not worried.
So everybody, the reason Nick don't come on camera is because of Terry's fault. That's Terry's fault.
Chris Dodds put, Nikki, you have to realise Terry's shorter than the rest of us.
So, you know, people always say about spindle work, it's just a selection of beads and coves is all it's about. And obviously, just that little bit of practice can get you something that's, I wouldn't say.
Gerard's on. Hello, Gerard. How are you?
Hi, Gerard, how you doing, mate?
He's put, hello, Nikki. Came especially to hear the sweet sound of chopping carrots. How are you all on this cold day? Are you, not at work today? I will be chopping carrots soon, but I really can't be bothered.
So just gently taking this last little bit off, like I say, get a rough shape, and then we'll refine it a little bit.
Woodturning by Barry said, totally agree. We should see more Nikki at her show.
Thanks for the support, guys.
No, Steve don't want me woodturning. He don't want to share. He's not good at share. He's not good at sharing. Not at all. So.
Well, no, it gives me an excuse to buy another lathe.
But we ain't got enough space for the stuff we've got, let alone having more lathes and rubbish.
Can't call lathes rubbish.
We're having a big declutter, mate, ain't we? We're sick and tired of stuff. Keep it just in case we need it. Just in case we need it. Had enough now. So Steve's going to do some decorating. And you heard it here. He is doing some decorating. And we're going to clean the cupboards out and have a good old declutter. So Terry reckon he's 5'9". It's just the others are well over 6 foot. Heather said, I like doing spindle work. I'm not so good with bowls.
Oh, it's like anything, Heather. It's all practice, 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 isn't it? Alright, so let's turn on.
So Gerard's just got back from a weekend away with his other half. The kids invited us for a night out in a hotel in Kilkenny. Was on the week off. Good on you. Roy put your shared with me, Nikki.
Right, let's measure that. Get that down to about 20 mil, so I can drill a force in a hole for that to sit in. Actually, it's 22 mil, so we'll get that down to that size. What am I looking for? That.
Roy put Nikki wants beehives.
So there's our 20 mil, or 22 mil, sorry. I'll just take all that down to that. And that'll be our...
Okay, just quickly, how do I get your Facebook page up? That's right, I've done it. I got it, don't worry.
Right, so now we'll just finish this off. To bring that into there. what I'm trying to do is just put a curve on that so it should naturally flow into the other piece. So I think, other than sanding, we are about there. So I just need to clean that.
Be a quick one today.
That's what she said. It's a bit wide. Let's get a narrow parting tool in there. Just gently clean up a little bit. That's it. I've got to colour it yet. I've got to do the base yet, haven't I? So. Right, so got a shape. Let's turn it down. Let's get it sanded up. Can't see a thing out of these glasses. Just going to sand this from 120 up to 400 if we're going to.
Mark wants to know what the wood is.
Piece of ash.
John Scarborough's got to go because his dinner's being served.
See you later, John. Thanks for coming over, mate.
Dr. Bob said the remaining question for this year is what of last year's resolutions have you not completed? How long have you got, Dr. Bob?
I don't make them.
Steve's New Year's resolutions to me are on, you know, like you get wallpaper on a roll. Well, I've got one of them. So, you know, how long have you got? Hey, babe.
I don't make resolutions because you never keep them, so there's no point.
Every year I'll get that extension finished this year. I'll get that extension finished this year.
I'm not going to surprise you this year because I'm going to say to you, this year I'm not going to do that extension.
You're going to do it, aren't you? Brian said, Ash Steve thinks, but could be wrong. You know what he's like.
It's wood.
Ooh, Roy said he's got a job lot of ready-to-turn wood that belonged to a wood turner.
Nice. Well, if you got too much, Roy, you know where I live.
Roy said, is that a candlestick? Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be.
Paul Finley's on.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
He said, hi, Steve. Very well done.
Thank you, sir. So the worst bit is now you've got to try and get all in these little beads and coves to sand it.
Benjamin said his New Year's resolution is to be more polite, so I'm getting my money's worth before then, you fools.
Ben, we like you the way you are, mate.
It's not April Fool yet.
So I'm going to do all the big stuff first, then I'll fold the piece of sandpaper to get all the nooks and crannies.
Terry said, bet Ben don't keep that one. Roy said he had to drive to Kettering to collect it. It's not too far, is it?
No, Karen's not too bad.
Gavin said, the worst bit is not the sanding, it's making the matching one.
There won't be a matching one, it's a one-off.
Mark said his resolution is to use more sarcasm as a defence mechanism against stupid people. Gerard said, it looks like we're going to have another lockdown for the catering industry before Christmas. Yep, finally more time at the lathe. Copperhouse said, hi Gav, it should be a pair, you are correct.
All right. So that is 120. 180. Let's speed up a little bit. Whoops, didn't want to do that. I should keep hold of that.
Have you got an SK Crafts Messenger?
Not Messenger, I don't think. Why?
You've got an SK Crafts Facebook page, haven't you?
Yeah.
Is that what this one's logged into? It's into yours.
That should be into my personal one. Why?
Well, Roy sent something, but I can't get onto. He said he's done it on the. He said, look at Steve's Messenger. But I can't. Can't find it. Roy.
That must probably be to the Instagram suite. I'll find it after the live.
Gerard said there were 733 new cases yesterday where he is, and the Prime Minister said the worst is to come. Oh, 7,333.
I don't think they know what they're doing, mate.
Dr. Bob said a little wire burning would be nice to show the depth from a distance.
Wire burn. I can do Formica burning. I can't do wire burning because I haven't got a wire. But I agree with you, especially in these bits here. Right, so that's 180, 240. Just accept that, Nick.
What was it?
Friend request from Roy.
Right. We've just had another donation. Actually, we've had 2 donations. So that's now took the total up to £3,609 with an estimated £503 gift aid. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. That's very impressive. Thank you very much. Just you mean always knew that the Turning community was special, and I don't mean special needs. There are a few nutters in the community, but you know, you guys have just blown it out of the park. You really have. Just turn that, finish that off a little bit.
Colin said it's getting crazy again. We've got 3,369 in his area. Adrian Olsen's on. Hello, Adrian. Afternoon,
Adrian.
all. Sorry, late again. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it, mate. How you doing?
So Peter said he's just checked on the GoFundMe page. £4,112, including gift aid. Thank you very much for checking that out, Peter.
240, 320. Just remember when you fold your sandpaper, you're actually creating a cutting edge. So you need to be careful that you don't force it in too hard. Because like I say, you're actually creating where it's folded, you're actually creating like a cutting edge. Which is good for bits like that, so you can get them nice and tight in there. But you don't want to be pushing too hard and making it deeper than what you want to be making it deeper.
Mark just said that's 216 people off the streets. Chris Dodd said, Steve, what do you mean a few? I thought you had to be a nutter. Just saying.
You don't have to be, but it does help. Life's too short to be serious all the time. My attitude is if people don't like me, move on. We're here for a bit of a laugh.
You never used to be like that.
No, I didn't. I used to care too much what people thought of me, but now I don't care. I am who I am. If you don't like it, then I can't do nothing about it. I'm not going to change to help to please individuals. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we are who we are. If people don't like it, then in my eyes, it's their problem, not my problem. I like to try and think I'm courteous to everybody. And if I
Sorry, I was reading this.
if I upset people, I apologise. But I'm not gonna stand back and try and please everybody. I do YouTube because I enjoy it. Ouch! I do enjoy it. And like I've said all along, the day I stop enjoying it will be the day I stop doing it.
And
So I
wait a minute,
don't. Go on.
and you was dead.
And what?
You was dead by your
Oh, I
daughter.
was dead. Yeah. That's how I started. But I do enjoy it. I never thought I'd enjoy it like I do. But it's a hobby. It's all it is to me. It's a hobby. So
Adrian Olsen said, Steve, what are you making? Wait a minute. A wand, candlestick, balustrade for some very small stairs.
I'm making a candlestick, mate.
Doug
Been a long while since I
Chris,
made.
go on.
It's been a long while since I made a candlestick.
Chris put, you don't have to be, but it sure helps.
Yeah, it does.
Brian says, that's what I thought, Chris. I was just thinking I might have to leave. Terry said, spot on. Katie said, well said, Steve. I'm the same now.
Yeah. Right, so let's just put a few burn lines in this. I'll put one in there, one in there, one in there, and one in there, I think. I might even put one in there. I'm not sure yet. So a bit of speed. So one in there. One in there.
We sent you some pictures of his little wood pile.
Oh, as he's made me envious. One in there. And I might put one just in there as well. Like that. So we're just going to quickly get our final grit.
Barry Cheat's got to go because he's putting his bandsaw together.
See you later, mate. Thanks for coming over.
Gerard said, Steve, the resin on the piece I did for my wife's birthday worked very well. Used copper in the mix. It was very good. Liked it. Might do more. Thanks for the input.
All right, mate. Anything to help. That's why we make mistakes, so other people don't have to. Right, so just take that off of there. Just get rid of the smudgy marks.
Did I say Roy? I meant Barry. No, who sent me the picture? Roy. Wait a minute. I said Roy, didn't I?
You did say Roy.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right, so colours.
That really stinks.
That's the new brute aftershave. Right, what colours then, Nick? Come.
Oh, don't ask me to pick colours.
Christmassy colours. So we've got to have a green, haven't we? We've got to have a green. We've got to have a red. But do we go ruby red or flame red? Put some gloves on. Make sure I don't spray up the wall this time.
Colin said, and the other side, Steve, match it up.
And the other side? Other side of what? There. No, I want that as one piece, that piece. So we've got some... Oh, bother. Just remembering it's going on a dark base. So, miss one burn, Steve. Where's this then? Where did I miss a burn? There. That's one piece. There and there.
Needs another one in line in the cove, they reckon. You missed one burn,
there.
Terry said. If people don't like it, then move on and watch something else. I love this community. Woodturning by Barry. Roy said splash it all over. Ruby red. Brian said gold, green, red, purple. Green in the middle, fading to red on the ends. Red, gold. Red, green, gold, silver. Colin said yes. Brian Watkins is on. Did anyone else find that? The moment Steve burnt those lines, I could smell it.
I was trying to use that as one piece. I don't know if I want a burn line though. Is that what Terry means? It is one piece. It's all one piece of wood, Mark. It's one piece of wood. However you look at it, it's one piece of wood.
Under the candle holder at the top. No, there is a burn line there.
There is a burn line there. There's a burn line there. There's a burn line there. There's a burn line there, there, and there.
Andrew Olsen said pearlescent. No, he didn't. He said, what did he say? Oh, for goodness sake. He said iridescent paint. Brian said, and don't forget the sparkly bits.
Sparkly bits. If I do iridescence, then I've got to paint it black first.
No.
Ash.
You should do black and gold.
I could do black, spray it all black, and then.
You know what would be nice? That crackle.
But what would you put underneath it? What colour would you put underneath it?
You've asked too many questions for a Sunday morning, mate.
I think if we paint it black, then we can use the Joe Sonias. And in the Joe Sonias, we've got a nice green and a nice gold and a nice red.
Dara said the lip. TJ said top of the candle. Oh, that's the... Which one's the top, Steve?
Here's the top.
Right, so Mark said the one piece Uday's one piece isn't one piece. It needs a burn in that cove.
No, it's all one piece. I'm going to paint it black anyway, so it don't matter. I'm never going to paint it black. I've changed my mind. So I'm going to paint it all black and use the Joe Sonias. And then I can colour the bottom as well to match. So that sounds like a plan, Stan. So what I need to... So what I need to do is obviously sand and seal it now.
So Dawn said, Nikki, can I put the GoFundMe link up, please? There you go.
Brian's just done it, isn't he?
Oh. Why is mine not the same? Oh, I don't know. Terry said, top of the candle cup, then you can have gold ring on the top. If you spray it back, you won't see the burn marks.
You can imagine them.
Woodturning by Barry's going. He's got to dish his dinner up.
See you later, Barry. Thanks for coming over, mate.
Adrian said, black with Joe Sonia. You know it makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go, mate. I like a good bit of Joe.
Did you say we're expecting delivery today?
There should be 3 coming. But it's Amazon, so I'll just chuck it at the door anyway, so it don't matter.
Idiots.
Chuck it at the door and run away.
Or might even put it at the end of the drive, you know.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sat in the car. Idiot. Why couldn't it handed it to me? I do not know.
Alright, so let that dry. Burnish that off. Put that away because we don't need that now. Now we're going for Joe Sonia. Crackle, 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 crackle. Right, so let's just speed that up and let that dry off. Not too fast because I don't want it splashed all over the wall. We'll just we'll burnish that.
Wood visited by Colin, sparkly varnish over the finished piece too.
You look like your sparkly stuff, don't you? So just denib that. So I'm using the chestnut, whatever you call them, pads, Scotch-Brite pads. And always remember, if you're painting, you sand and seal. If you're staining, you don't. Easy to remember. So let's get some ebonizer and lacquer. Been a while since I used some of this.
Adrian Olsen said, having done a workshop with Stuart Farini, I'm now an expert. Yeah, right. On colouring. Yorkshire gets on.
Hi, Glyn, how you doing?
Chris Dodd said, crackle. That's the noise I make when I walk. Me too, mate.
So, ebonizer and lacquer. Back extraction on first. Spray it in the end there. Make sure you got your extraction on when you use this stuff, guys, because it's fairly evil.
Adrian said, after having turned to the dark side, Mike Walt isn't speaking to me anymore.
You could say I'm turned to the dark side now. Look, black paint. Right, so we'll get the heat gun on that, dry that off.
Mark's put Hagelin just in time to see Steve not use a grip. Fancy putting them burn lines in and now you've sprayed it.
Oh, I changed my mind. If you watch the beginning of the video, Yorkshire grit was tagged at the beginning of the microfine video was tagged at the beginning of the video, so I've
He's
relinquished
got a good
myself.
excuse. Katie Shed said, I've just installed my diesel heater. Best thing since sliced bread, lol.
Yeah, they're good. You won't be disappointed with it.
That has got colder in here, I think, though.
That's because you sat down, love. Run around a little bit. Right, so that's dry. Right, so now we're going to go over that with Joe Sonia. Like I say, make sure your paint's dry or your ebonizing lacquer's dry. And then you should be fine. So we're going to go iridescent red, gold, and iridescent green. Yeah? Yes, Steve.
Yes, Steve. Whatever boats you float.
What colours would you like then? Where did I put them cups I brought in there?
Got them?
Oh yeah, they're here.
It's actually quite tidy in here. I'm quite shocked, actually. You've actually managed to keep it tidy.
Because I've not been out here all week. Right, so little cups.
You did. You came out yesterday for a little while.
Yeah, not long though. Right, so got some cups here. Oh, can you grab me some water, Nick, please?
No, I think I am. You're not your assistant.
You're the new Debbie McGee.
Yeah, right, you wish.
Leave your headset back, but if not, right, so gold. I've got gold, iridescent gold, iridescent red, and iridescent green. We've also got the turquoise green, the iridescent blue, which is quite a nice colour, and also the violet, which is a nice. Well, they're all nice colours, to be honest. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do gold around this top edge, as close as I can get it to that little cove in there. So we'll get a little tiny brush out. So these brushes come from the range. Obviously the blue ones didn't, they're another set, but you get a nice, take the blue ones out of it. Nice selection of brushes. I think they're about £8. So we've got a nice fine one there. So we'll use that for the gold. Now you can thin these down a little bit if you want to spread them about a little bit, but I'm going for solid colours. So I'm just going to.
What was outside?
My Amazon parcels. Thank you. What? It's a bit full, isn't it? Right, so what we're going to turn the lathe down.
Grateful I went and got it.
And we're going to put the first bit on this outer edge here.
Yes, Terry, put your link in, and you, Brian.
Now, if you put your iridescent colour on too thick, you'll end up with a white line on it. So you want to try, you're better off with less is more sort of thing.
Adrian said, perfect, Steve, use them more. Terry said, I'm about to put his link in. Oh, Colin said, does the wood have to be gloss black for Joe Sonia to work?
Doesn't have to be gloss black, but it has
I
to be a
sprayed
dark
a
colour.
vase and it's not shiny.
Has to be a dark colour for your iridescents to reveal themselves.
Pete said, start chopping carrots, Nicky, that'll warm you up, lol.
So there's a gold, and I think we'll do a bit of gold somewhere down here. Actually, this little bead here, I think.
So Terry's put his link in for his live tomorrow. Glyn said, would it be easier to put your lathe in reverse?
Yeah, it would be, but I don't want to. So there's our gold. So wash our brush. So now we're going to go for another colour. What colour should we do the tulip-y shaped bit for the candle to stand in? What goes? Would that be green or would that be red? Do you think? Let's have a
Gold.
chat. I've got it gold on the top.
I think you got to be careful what colours you put on that. With it being black at the base.
Black at the base. What do you mean?
Well, the base coat being black, it's not gonna.
That's what the iridescents are designed for, Nick. To go over a black base. So I'm looking for suggestions. See you later, Andy. Thanks for coming over.
Adrian said, we're keeping you up, Nicky. Yeah, Steve kept me up snoring. Brian said, oops, best make a link then. Mark said, my new Facebook portal device has arrived. I can do lives to Facebook on it. Sorry, but expect more Facebook lives in the new year. Lol.
You can do that on your phone, mate. You can do lives on your phone to Facebook.
Red, violet.
Red, I've gone for red. I took the first two.
Adrian said red. Chris Dodd said red.
So we're going for red. So here we go. And you're going to say it looks purple, but that is the red.
Peter Cochran said red as well. I say Cochran, it ain't Cochran, is it? It's Cochran.
So like I said, you don't need a lot, because if you put too much on, you end up with loads of whiting, like that. And then that'll stay that colour. So there's the red. So do we do another bit red? I think this bit here, oops, it's the stream deck.
Glyn said use a torn bit of dish sponge to dab and mix it up a bit.
I'm going to on that big bit there. I'm going to use some sort of texturing on now. But good suggestion, Glyn.
Peter said, well done, Nicky. Mark said, yes, Steve, but the camera on the portal device pans and zooms automatically, so it will be good for working at the lathe.
Alright, so that's the red. Then what I'll do is I'll do a mixture of gold, red, and whatever other colour I do in the middle there. So I think green next. The iridescent green. And I think I'll do this bottom bit here, green. Oh, that's a nice colour.
I bet people do pronounce your name wrong, don't they, Peter? We get it all the time.
Carville.
And everyone wants to start it with a C, don't they?
Yep. This one green.
So, right. Gavin said, why is Steve putting it in a pot and not taking it from the original container? Is there a reason for that? Surely you waste paint.
No, because you can put it back in. It's just that it's a squirty bottle, so you struggle getting out of the pot. and you don't want a load on. So what you need to do is put it on your brush and then wipe it off, because you don't want a great deal on there.
But
So
does
that's
it not
easy.
waste it, or are you wiping it off in the tub?
You're wiping it off in the tub.
Brian's put his link in for tomorrow. Peter said all the time long, yeah. I've had it all my life, so it's nice when you get the people that think it's posh. They go Kieval. It's Cavell, not bouquet. It's Cavell.
Right, so we'll just dry that off, and then we'll give the red another coat to try and make it a bit more prominent. Well, actually, it's not that bad, actually. So you can see how it's sat into the grain. We'll just give that a little bit more red. But just remember that when you take these out of the actual bottles, they all look the same colour. It's only until you hit the light with them they actually look different colours. They all come out creamy.
Gav said that makes sense. Didn't realise it was a squirty bottle.
Yeah, they're square bottles, mate.
Brian said, "You think that's bad? You should have a surname like mine. Not a single person gets it right the first time. Even you say it wrong. I'm sure you do."
Who?
Brian's surname.
Osby?
It's not Owsby.
No, this begins with an O, not an A.
The beginning is an owl sound. Don't tell I work going to school. Adrian said, "Woodturning isn't that bad to say, Brian."
Right, so I've got some sea sponges that I think we will do. I'll get a bit of sea sponge.
Oh, Malcolm Douglas has said the fund's gone up. Well done. We've got another donation. And so the fund is at 3,649 with an estimated 513 gift aid.
Well, thank you guys.
That's
Thank
like
you so
gone
much.
way over £4 now.
So I just need a bit of paper, because we need to put a bit on a piece of paper. So what we need to do now is just put a little bit on a bit of paper.
Oh, we're both wrong. Oh, it's Oosby.
Oosby.
Mm.
So just spread that about a little bit. And then dub the sponge into it.
Gerard, what's your surname? Oh, is it Dubois? Gerard Dubois, is it? Oosby.
Oh, look, I've got a bit on there now. Right, so that's the green. Let's put a little bit of gold on our paint. Let's say just spread it about, because you want different densities of. Oh, that's a big word for a sun, yeah, densities.
That's an amazing amount. It says you've got 96 supporters for the Sally Army.
Yes, it's very
Adrian said, "Very pretty, Steve. The candlestick, not you."
Oh, Adrian, you popped my bubble. A little bit more gold. So there's the gold and the green. So what we'll do now is a little bit of red. Use the other end of my sponge. On the gold as well now. Sponge is a little bit big, really, but there you go.
Oh, Gerard said Dubois. Well pronounced, Nikki. I can't pronounce Lawrence's surname. I haven't got a clue how to say that. That's like Lawrence.
So let's just take a little bit of that excess off.
Malcolm Douglas said that looks so good. Are you going to make a pair? No, he's not going to. Ah, that looks nice. I do like that.
So
Will it crack? Will it crackle when I put it on the fire?
who said that? You?
Me. I'm joking. You know I'm joking.
Yeah, there's no respect. No respect.
You wouldn't have me any other way.
No, I wouldn't, darling. You're right. Right, so I think we're there for the stem. So, like Wayne has demonstrated before, you can use anything, crinkled newspaper. These are just normal pieces. These come from the range as well. Some sea sponge. I think there's about 4 bits in a bag for like £6. Different textures on all the different pieces, so you can do different effects. Balloons, you can blow it about with some air. You know, there's so many different effects you can do it with the Joe Sonia. Well, anything, any acrylic paint really. Right, so there's our basic stem. So I'm just going to dry that a little bit, and then we'll get it parted off, and then we can do our base. And so base is just going to be a basic shape because I want the focus to be on this piece, not actually on the base. And then we'll colour it the same black, and then I'll stipple it with to make it fit in with that piece there. So like I say, it don't take long to dry. So let's just part this off. Parting tool. Don't want to be too big a chunk on there. So there's our stem with our pretty little bit around the middle. So we'll stick that over there out of the way. Whoops, drop it. Chip it hung out of it. So we'll now put.
They're not surprised, are they? Come on.
So we now put this. Get rid of that bit. Put this in here. We'll just shape this. Bottom's already flat, so I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, I don't know. Let's have a look at it. Is the bottom flat? No, the bottom's not flat. So we'll round it, face it, put a mortise in the bottom, then we'll flip it and then do the other side. I don't want it as thick as that, so I'll take quite a bit of that off. Move that away because I'm going to put my hand in it. So let's have a look at this. Right, so let's round this off. So just using the 3/8 bowl gouge to do this.
William Kenny said it looks great. Bless your patience.
Going to clean it off with some shear cuts. To rest a bit high. So we'll find our centre. Just mark that to put our mortise in the bottom. So we only need about 35mm for this chuck. So what's that? 17 and a half. I don't know, very big. It's 35mm. Don't look very big. But anyway.
Benjamin said he's hoping patience comes with age because he's extremely impatient.
Depends on, I mean, I always say to people, depends on what finish you want. If you want to just turn a basic bowl and make it just plain and, you know, just a plain bowl, then you can turn one in 35 minutes. Well, let's say anywhere between 45 minutes and an hour. But if you want something a bit more colourful, obviously it's your drying time in between, isn't it? So it's down to you what you want to do, really. But why rush it? Why do you need to rush it? Enjoy it is the key thing. I mean, obviously when we're doing a live, we rush through things a little bit. But normally if I was doing that in my own time, then I would do a bit and then just walk away and leave it to dry naturally. I'm just going to put a little bit of a curve in the bottom of this. Water needs to be a bit deeper now.
We said, what size chuck is that?
It's the SC2, mate, which is the smallest. I don't think it's the smallest that Record Power do, but one of the smaller ones, which is great for this little sort of work. I'm going to put about 5mm deep mortise in there. That's our bottom. So we're just going to quickly sand that. Could have told me I was on the wrong camera.
Sorry.
Are you not watching today or what?
I am.
So extraction. Quickly sand this up. That's nice and blurry. Why is that so blurry? That's better. Right, so we've got a nice little curve in the bottom there, just so that lifts it off the table a little bit. So just going to sand this up to 240.
Benjamin's witchy's on.
Just for you, Ben.
Brian said they do an SC1 as well, which is just a few millimetres smaller in size. Great little chucks, with the exception they have different keys.
Yeah, that's the only disadvantage. I've now got 3 different keys on the wall.
Mark Stroughton's on. He said, afternoon, guys. Also like to say congratulations to Steve and Nikki for such a fantastic evening. All to a great cause. I didn't do anything, to be fair.
Right, so let's just rough down that middle.
Gerard said he has a Viper 2 chuck, a bit like this one, great for a small piece.
Yeah.
Lawrence has asked, Brian, does that chuck fit on a 33mm thread?
Yeah. M33 by 3.5. Same. I believe you can get it in different thread patterns, I believe. Well, I think it's an insert inside. Oh no, it might be. Not sure. Record Power seem to have a bit of a strange way about doing things at the minute with their chuck threads. Right, so that's that one. 240, final one. Right, so that's up to 240. Wrong one, I just put that in the wrong pot. Alright, so that's up to 240. So what we'll do is we'll leave that natural on the bottom. So we'll sand and seal that. Ugh. Sand and seal it. Oh, look at that, that's a pretty bit of wood. Just quickly sand and seal that. And Yorkshire, oh actually that's the bottom in it, so do we Yorkshire or is it? Steam nib it. I did sand up to 240. That's quite a good finish actually. So we better sand and we better Yorkshire grit it. Oh, just stuck my finger in there. Calm down, Steve. Right, so bit of Yorkshire grit.
That's Mark and Jennifer's wedding anniversary by the sounds of it.
Oh, congratulations, Mark and Jennifer. Hope you have an amazing day. So just gently work this in.
Barry's back.
Hi, Barry. Just gently work this in. Gets up to about 1,000 grit. I know it's the base, but you know it's all about the base.
It's a bit big.
It's a bit big. I haven't finished it yet, love. Sure, you can't please some people, can you? So just polish that off. That camera looks blurry.
Can't read the signs.
Right, so let's just buff that out. I'm not going to put no wax or nothing on the bottom of that.
TJ said that timber looks like Seapool, Steve.
Seapool? I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's some stuff I got from Mark. And I don't know what it is, to be honest. Right, so let's flip that. Wrong chuck key. So used to picking up the other
Brian's
chuck.
just asked what wood is the base, but you don't know, do you?
I don't know
Brian
what it is.
Watkins.
I don't know what wood it is, mate. Cool, I was flapping. I didn't think I was going to fit in. I thought I'd made the mortars too small. Right, so let's get some shape we want. So we obviously need to get rid of that, and then we need to put a Forstner bit in there to give us our size for our piece. Just move all these brushes out of the way.
Well, don't make a big base. I don't even know what you're doing a base. Why couldn't just stand as a stick?
What, like that? No, it needs a base, love.
Don't listen to him.
Right, so
Think it's his show.
let's share cut that off.
Adrian said, "Soft focus, Steve. It's the look." Mark said, "If it's the stuff he got off him, then it is Seapool or Saple, whatever you call it."
Yeah.
Hardwood, isn't it?
Yeah. It's hardwood.
Nice colour.
Be a shame when I colour it, won't it?
I'm now getting told off because it's pronounced Seeply. Terry. Not supposed to eat it, mate.
Right, I want to put my mortise in there before I get too carried away. So let's get our chuck back. So where's our mortise? Where's our... Alright, so, what's wrong way? Get it tightened up. So there we go, that's the depth we're going. Put that back up there. So we just need to flatten that off so that we have a an edge for our bit to put up against. So I'm just going to try that. Oh, I made that be a little fraction too big. Oh, Mildred. Right, so let's just take a little shiver out of that then.
Terry said the shop will be easy today as they got a delivery. Don't blame you. Gav's got to go.
See you later, Gav.
Adrian's got to go as well.
See you later, Adrian. Thanks for coming over, guys.
Malcolm said it looks like shapeless mahogany.
Shapeless. So there we go. Just need to take that nib off the bottom of that. So that's the depth we want. So now, actually, let's mark where our ring's going to be. So there somewhere. So then we can get a bit of shape to that. So I want to lose some of the width off of that because I don't want that as wide as that. Actually, I'll lose some of the width off first. Right, I think that'll do. And then we'll get some shape to it.
We said measure twice.
Alright, so let's get a bit of shape to it. And try and leave like a square edge on there. So it gives you a definition point. So let's check. Let's get that nib off the end of that. That'll fit better then. That's not quite deep enough. A little tiny bit taken off the end of that, I think. Actually, I know what I want. There's a little shelf in the inside of that.
Casey wants a little shelf.
That's better. So we can come in just a little bit more on that. Actually, I'll sand that. That'll be better sanded. Right, so let's get it sanded up. Right, there's something wrong with that camera. I keep going out of focus. Right, let's get it sanded up.
Yeah, I agree with you, Colin. Needs a bit of detail on the base.
Bit of detail on the base. Well, I'll do a little bit of texture on them.
Yeah, whatever. I just need something.
But if I texture it, you're not going to see it when I black it.
You're going to colour it?
I'm going to make it black the same as the others. It's a bit
Alright.
silly having it.
Do that then, and we'll see from there.
So it's going to look a bit daft just to. I'm going to paint it and make it match the. Oops. Well caught, son. Well caught.
Colin said a couple of grooves and texture between.
Yeah, but I'm going to paint it black so you won't see it,
Yeah.
mate. You won't see it. So when I colour it, that'll look better. Trust me. Trust me, I'm a taxidermist. Right, so.
Roy said looking good, Steve.
Hey, Roy.
Terry
So
said what about a couple of gold beads on the base?
I'm going to texture it. I'm not going to texture it. I'm going to colour it and I'm going to stipple it like we did the middle of the candlestick. That's my plan.
It's 2:30, mate.
I know, I'm going as quick as I can.
I'm just telling you.
So I don't want to sand and seal that too well because the glue won't stick to it. So denib that. Get my board back. Ebonize and lacquer. Extraction on.
Pete said needs to be cupped to stop the wax getting all over Nicky's clean tabletop.
All right, let's get the blur on that, dry it up a little bit. When you're drying your ebonizer lacquer, don't get your gun too close because that'll bubble. Obviously, it's a paint, so. So it's dry. So let's go back on this camera. No, this camera.
Brian said be careful of the white wool. Yes, yeah, quick, that got painted.
Bring a bit of paper back. So we'll go for a bit of gold to start with. I'll bring my sea sponge back. Spread it about a bit. There's the gold. What do we have? Red and green, didn't we? So I think green next. Oops. It's a bit of green. And the good thing with the iridescents are the colours will come through the bottom of the other colours. So you'll see the multiple colours coming through it. And then a bit of red. Right, so I need to have a bit of sea sponge. What we got? Ooh, that's a chunky piece. Take a bit off of that. Right, so red. So you want to dab it on and then obviously dab it off till you get nice. Bit more red, I think.
Benjamin said, don't mean to brag, but I have squashy sweets. Lawrence said, here we call it granite effect.
So as that dries, you should see the red coming through there. We can dry a little bit better. I mean, some of that white will disappear, but if you put it on too thick, the white will stay there. Do a little bit more gold on that, really. Let's try that. See what it looks like. All right, I think we're there. I won't do much more than that. It's dry. So get rid of those, they can be washed. That can go in the bin. So let's bring this back on overhead. Let's take this out. So there's the base.
I've got Terry's chocolate orange too.
So as you can see, all the different colours shimmering in there. So you got green, red and gold. The actual red looks purpley, but it is red according to the list. And then our candlestick. I'll glue this in after the live because we've been going a bit long. So that should look something like that. Should look. Let's move this camera down a little tiny bit. No, wrong one. Like that. So there you go. Christmas. Well, I don't suppose it is really Christmassy, but it's got the colours of Christmas. Let's put it that way.
Colin said great effect.
But like I said, it's your interpretation.
Excellent live, Steve said. That's Brian.
Thank you. Like we always say, it's your interpretation of a candlestick or a candle holder, whatever you want to call it. So as always, it won't be. Oh, what's next Sunday? That'll be the 20 Boxing Day. I doubt we'll do a live on Boxing Day.
No, you will not.
No, we won't be doing a live on Boxing Day. But I might do a pop up during Christmas and New Year if I get a chance. So yeah. So if you can get them sent over to me, we'll show all the pieces on the 2nd of January, which will be the last. Well, that's when we'll announce the grand total of the charity event as well. So your interpretation of a candle holder can be a candlestick, can be for a small, what they call, Nick, them little tiny candle things, night lights, tea lights, can be one of those or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, send them over, and we'll see what we can do. Like I say, painted black with the chestnut products, ebonizing lacquer. You can use black paint. Then over the top with the Joe Sonia, we used gold, gold, red, and green, and then we just got that mottled effect on the shaft, and then again the same effect on the base. As you can see, what I'll do is I'll glue that in, and I'll get some pictures up on social media.
We've got some nice comments. I'm not reading them all.
So there we go. So let's come back on camera. So I don't know. I know the total's gone up while we've been live. I'm not sure what it's gone up to, but
I'll tell you.
Obviously, it's gone up.
3,649, with an estimated gift aid of 513.
So over the £4,000 mark. So absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Right. So obviously Christmas Eve next Friday night. So I won't be doing a live in the evening, but I'm gonna do one in the afternoon. Obviously Wayne will be live until 2 o'clock, so I may do one 5 o'clock-ish, not sure. I will put a link up, so keep your eye on for that, and then we'll go from there. Obviously I don't want to be doing one late at night on Christmas Eve because it's family time. So yeah, again, if you want to send your pictures over of your candlestick or your candle holder, same as always, skkrafts@bcnet.com. Link is in the description, the email is in the description. Makers t-shirts, let's just quickly show Makers t-shirts again for those who weren't here before. I need to change to a different camera, just 1 second. Got that many cameras. This camera here. So it's not come on. No, wrong camera. This camera, viewing camera. There you go, that's better. So Makers t-shirts, we've kept them as low as we can. We're making about £2 profit on these t-shirts. We've got loads of different makers on it, as you can see. On the back we have Yorkshire Grit, JP Woodwork, JP and Jake Thompson on the back for their Cartoon Saturday. Northside, which is Jake's YouTube channel. Skull Inspired, Lewis and Conduit Craftsman, Wayne Bigfoot, Ed Oliver's Woodturning, Stuart Farini and Ian on the Shed. Then on the front we have Brian from Woodturning, Wayne the Woodturner, TJ Turning, Gav from Sade Woods Works, myself, Scott Blue Light Turner, Jennifer's Craft and Creations, Doug Willer from Woodspun Around, Mike Walt from Mike Walt, Pete from Twisted Trees, Mike Huey, Lions Heart, and then the Gentleman Woodturner Mark. So loads of makers on there. So if you want to grab yourself a t-shirt or a maker's shirt, go ahead and pop over and do that. All the funds for that, all the earnings we make from that will go towards next year's charity. And like I say, we're making about £2 on a t-shirt, so it's not a great deal of money, but I'd rather sell more t-shirts and make less profit, because it's not about making loads of profit. It's about people being able to afford the t-shirts. So that's why we thought we'd do the t-shirts at a reasonable price. So other than that, a massive thank you for coming over and joining myself and Nick. If you don't come in on Christmas Eve, have an absolutely awesome Christmas. You all deserve it. Enjoy the time with your family. And if I do see you on Christmas Eve, we'll see you then. So anyway, guys, we're going. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. Take care. Speak to you soon. And bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.